Welcome to Big Battles Little Worlds. Today we're diving into the dark and mysterious world of Middle-earth to speed paint these terrifying Nazgul miniatures for the Lord of the Rings. If you want to know the quickest way to paint Nazgul for your wargames, then look no further. And if you haven't already, do please like and subscribe so you don't miss anything in the future. So the minis that we're going to be using today I 3D printed. I got them free off Cults 3D, so definitely check that out. If you want the link, I will try and put it in the description, but if I forget, just ask in the comments below and I will put it in there. For these miniatures, you're going to need a matte black spray paint, just for their foundation colour. Then I've used game colour black, game colour silver, model colour khaki, and the army painter uniform grey. That's it in colours. Then I've got my dry brushing brush, a fine detail brush, and just a mid-size brush, so not a huge amount that's required to get these bad boys on the table. So as I said, we start off with black spray paint to give us our base coat, but there will always be a few areas that you miss, so just go over using plain black with a paintbrush just to fill them in. So first up we're going to start by dry brushing. So I've mixed game colour black 2 parts to 1 part army painter uniform grey. At this stage it should be very dark still, at least for me, so when you're putting it on you may even struggle to see that the highlights have been put in, although once it dries you will notice it, so don't worry if you can't see it straight away. You're really just going in trying to pick out all the areas here, so just be quite liberal going over the whole thing. Later on we will be putting a wash over them also, so that's going to dull everything down, so just keep going. And as you can see, I am using a makeup brush to do this. Makeup brushes have a lot of fine bristles, so they are perfect for dry brushing, so definitely worth getting one. So step 2 again is a second dry brush highlight, so we're using the same black and the same uniform grey, just a slightly different ratio. This time it's going to be 2 parts black to 1 part grey, so that once you go over them it's really going to sort of bring out, or you're going to start to see it bringing out the highlights, which is what you want at this stage. Just go crazy. Just remember, when you're putting highlights on, you really want to be trying to, in effect, replicate where the light is coming from, so you don't really want to be doing highlights in shadowy recesses. This isn't a specific, but just in a general, think where the sunlight or the light is coming from, and that's the area that you want to catch the lighter effects. The darker ones, you want to keep them darker. I'm quite excited about actually jumping into a bit of the Lord of the Rings. I mean, ever since I think I was 12 when the Fellowship came out, and I loved the Ringwraiths at that time. They must be probably my favourite characters in the film or films, even though they have got quite a small role overall. But there's just something about them, these dark black sort of cloaked figures, quite terrifying in the first one. But no, it's been a long time coming. I finally found some miniatures that will do the trick. I'm planning on doing not a play-along campaign for everyone, but just an in-house campaign at my club, so these are going to be perfect for it. It's the details that really make your miniatures come alive. So at this stage we're going to now go over the armour and the swords using game colour silver, and this will really bring them into a piece of their own. As far as game colour silver, it's one of my favourite colours that I've got. It doesn't dry out fast, it's always nice and easy to paint on, just a really nice colour, so I highly recommend that. We're not finished at this stage. Once this is on, we're still going to put our wash on to dull down the colours and dull down the highlights that we've already done, which may seem a bit strange to some of you, but there's method in the madness, so just bear with me. But as you can see, with the Ringwraiths, they don't have a huge amount of colour. It's mostly black, although painting black, yeah, you've got to do a lot of highlighting and dry brushing to sort of make it look right. But the Ringwraiths, you could try and do red eyes, I suppose, although I've not gone that route. I've just gone for sort of your black cloak, and then the silver of the armoured gauntlets, boots, and their swords themselves. So keep it simple, but keep it looking smart. Yeah, as I was talking about earlier, if the campaign in Middle-earth is something that you might be interested in me running, then do let me know down below, because that way when we start our new campaign, which we're getting ready for, or I'm getting ready for sort of in my mind, I can put that down as an option for you guys to vote on. So yeah, just let me know. Also, let me know down below which of the 3 films was your favourites. I think for me, when I was younger, it was definitely The Two Towers. Then, or should I say now, as an adult, I would say it's probably The Fellowship. Now we're really going to get that depth into the miniatures, so we're going to apply a dark brown wash. I've got a video on how I make my washes. I'll try and put the thumbnail, the link or whatever above. But yeah, pretty simple. We just mix dark brown craft paint with black, a bit of flow improver, a bit of matte medium, and a bit of water, and then we slap it all over them really to get that sort of depth into the miniatures that we're after. Now we're approaching the end of our process, so we're going to do a final dry brush to highlight again, so using a 1-to-1 mix now of Army Painter Uniform Grey and Game Colour Black, just again to pick out all of those highlights. And then we're going to use Model Colour Khaki by itself, just to sort of go over the base of the robe, around where he's sort of walking and dust will have kicked up onto it, just to give that sort of dusty look that we're after. Then we've got the bases, so be as simple as possible. I just paint the bases green, and then I mix PVA into the base colour, paint that on, and then I dunk them into my block box, and off we go. Then I just leave them out to dry for a couple of hours. What I will also do is I've got a mix of PVA and water, which I'll then spray over the whole miniature, and then that helps to lock everything in place. And there you have it, guys. Our Nazgul are complete, ready to haunt Middle-earth and track down the One Ring for the great Lord Sauron. So I've really enjoyed painting these guys. It's been a long time coming, as I said, and I've really wanted to get some Ringwraiths on the table, so now I've got them. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this speed painting session. Please do hit the like and subscribe buttons so that you won't miss out any painting or terrain tutorials in the future. Also down below, let us know in the comments which characters you'd like to see next, and who was your favourite in the movies and or the books. Anyway, thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.